Yo, what's up? Welcome to my podcast. This podcast is called Put It On because, well, I'm about to put it on, I'm new to this, sorry for that I hit record while I was standing up in front of the camera, but look at me. I'm wearing a freaking turtleneck. This podcast is just too legit because of the turtleneck. That's it. That's all I got. If you think this is a funny podcast, does it look like a funny podcast? Yeah, all right. The Put It On podcast. This might be first episode, might be second episode, might be never episode. But here we go. I was just looking at some interesting news topics, and of course I have to pull up my phone for this, but and this isn't going to be a news podcast. But check out these headlines that I just read. National Geographic journalist shot during interview in Chihuahua, Mexico. Holy crap. During an interview. That's intense. And that's a terrible thing that happened. But Chihuahua, Mexico actually exists. Was the dog named after the city? Or was the city named after the dog? Oh, Siri just went off sick. Yeah, which came first? The dog or the city? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Probably will forget about it. Then this next headline I see is Cream drummer Ginger Baker dies at the age of 80. I know it's probably going to be bad to some people, but I don't know who Cream is. But just like the whole words, all of these words, Cream drummer Ginger Baker dies at the age of 80. So there was a guy who drummed Cream, and there was a Ginger baker who would, bake gingerbread men, I assume, and they're both dead at the age of 80. And that's some pretty sad stuff, and realistically it's just like some drummer from Cream died. I should probably search up a Cream song. I guarantee it'd be pretty funny. Okay. I had some topics that I put in here. Nickelback. The internet loves to make fun of Nickelback, and I don't understand why, because I freaking love Nickelback. Oh my gosh, you put them on in your car, like, what is that one song? Like, you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. That is just such a phenomenal song. They have a bunch of look at this photograph. All of them, they're bangers. I don't know why you guys. I feel so bad for those guys that put their heart and soul into this music and are just getting absolutely trashed on. It's a sad thing, but that's the way it rolls here on the interwebs in this new society that we live in it on. And you put it on and you keep on keeping on, and that's the philosophy here. Sorry, I'm parched. Next topic. I guess I should be less. Next topic. This topic. Because you're thinking they're gonna be legit topics, and they're just not. Because this next one is milk is bomb. I love milk so much. People don't like milk for some reason, and I don't know why. My family eats dinner with milk, and I love it. You have a steak, some broccoli. I'm trying to think of another side, maybe some potatoes. With a big old glass of milk. Ooh, just to get that vitamin D, get those strong bones. Yeah, we have milk with dinner all the time. Different meals. Milk and steak. You give me macaroni with some milk. Obviously milk and Oreos or Chips Ahoy's just so fantastic, because you get that gargle in the back, especially with Oreos. You get that gargle in the back of your throat, and you're just like, oh, I need to just chug whatever comes out of a cow's teat. I just need, but it's not actually what comes out of a cow's teat because it's super, synthesized and medicized, and they got the GMOs and whatever. I'm super uneducated on that, but it's definitely not real milk. I guarantee real milk is really thick and probably gross, like smells nasty. I mean, have you ever seen like a Nat Geo documentary of like an animal just like sucking on a mom's teat and like milk's like running down? It's like it's just like it's some pretty gross stuff. Pardon me for the burp. I'm absolutely just so new at this podcast slash video web feed thing. Addiction, man. When I was a kid, I did not realize what they meant by addiction. Like, that is some real stuff. Oh my gosh. Juul got me so bad. And cigarettes. And I'm not saying I smoke anymore, like I quit, but still, oh my. Oh, cigarettes are amazing. That addiction really sets in. Like, you just cannot stop. Like, I don't know a bunch, but I know some like 45-year-old dudes, 30-year-old dudes just still ripping the ciggies, the bogey wogies, the Humphrey Bogarts, just ripping them because they can't stop. It's so addiction is just such a weird thing that like our minds can be manipulated to just not stop doing something. And it's like, oh, I want to stop, but you just literally you cannot stop. They don't let you. It's the government, man, the cigarette companies, man. Um I wrote down classic pianist tickle the ivories because I don't want to tell you too much about me, but I was all right. Let's say I was reading this scholarly article for no reason other than what an institution might make me do. I was reading this scholarly article, and they're talking about ivory and how um you know they make piano keys, some piano keys out of ivory, which I like didn't get up until this point in my life, which is, I guess, you know, I'm pretty behind on the ivory curve. But then it's like, then I was introduced to this saying tickle the ivories. I never heard that previously. I guess I wasn't around a lot of piano players, even though I had piano lessons as a kid. Just like tickle the ivories. I guess it's a real thing. And then even it was mentioned in that new Zach Galifianakis movie, Between Two Ferns. They did a movie of it, and he makes a joke towards John Legend and is like, "Oh, you tickle the ivories, and I make funny white people laugh," which is a pretty decent joke. Not when I say it though, of course. But yeah, then I heard tickle the ivories, and I'm just like, wow. But then it's like classic pianists, and people say pianists, so it's just like classical pianist tickle the ivories. I thought that was a very humorous statement, and that's that story. That's all I had for that. Um, Trending topics. Well, I just saw Joker. It just came out. I don't know when I'm posting this video, but Joker just came out this weekend, and I went and saw it. And it's just like massive political undertones, and like people are saying, oh, it's about a suppressed person who's suppressed by society and then winds up shooting. So like the Joker movie franchise is like, or Hollywood is like promoting, these shootings that have already been plaguing our society. And I think they should be less worried about what the movies are doing to provoke shootings, and more what our government and society and how they treat people is doing to provoke shootings and such. Like, but of course the media is just gonna like keep hammering in at like, oh, look, the Joker. Like, they're just gonna keep hammering in at that. At least that's my right there their opinion. And yeah, so that's probably about does it. Unless I can think of a funny story in the last 10 seconds, which is just like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, no, I can't, and I might edit that out. Yeah, uh, that's it for put it on. So put it on, move it on, keep it on. My name is Noah Marshall, and I'll catch you on the flip.